What up? It's your girl Keish with What the Fuck News, and we here today to talk about Miss Gena Tew, the model that is fighting for her life of AIDS right now. To sneeze at when you're out here in these Hollywood streets and you're mingling with weirdos and pedos and rapists and people who will easy E you for their own sacrificial, ritualistic reasons. They don't have to have a good reason. When you sign your soul over on a piece of paper in blood, a model, and either door that you open up, you're selling your soul. It's just easy as that in Hollywood. She got all these friends. The model Tyson, Lil Mosley. She mentioned her boyfriend. He turned her back on her after he tested negative for HIV and AIDS. He wants nothing to do with her. He blocked her on social media for bringing up his name. She mentioned a guy of interest, Diplo. Diplo is another guy of interest, guys. 42-year-old American DJ, songwriter, record producer based in Los Angeles. He basically has done DJing over the years alongside of the music industry with Gwen Stefani, Britney Spears, Madonna, Justin Bieber, and Chris Brown. Basically when you out here in these Hollywood streets and you think you know people, you think people are your friends, let's talk about the people that's surrounding her, the type of things that they have going on around her in her circle. Had actually, in fact, mentioned that she was raped when she was younger, guys. So what we're going to do about this is do some research on Miss Gena Tew, and we're going to tell you the life that she's been living out here in these Hollywood streets. She did not mention who raped her at an early age, but she has been dropping gems. She has been dropping, I want to say, subliminal hints. Is she telling us without telling us as far as the life of her circle, the people around her? Who about it? She said she got many free tattoos. Now let's just think about it. You out here in the Hollywood streets. You're getting tattoos from random people. You're hanging with random men. I did find a tweet that was erased from Miss. She was the actual one that erased it, or if the industry itself, the Twitter itself, erased these messages. So she was living her best life, y'all. Going to, photo sets and vixen shoots and video vixen, setups. Lil Mosey. She was hanging out with Chief Keef, guys. I can't make this up. So if you just think about, if she had a list of people that she could strongly say that she has been screwing around or having people of interest in her life. If you got it from having an unclean needle in your arm, trusting people to give you free tattoos. Nothing's free. Nothing in life is free. So this is the thing. All free stuff ain't good stuff. All money ain't good money. All deals in Hollywood ain't good deals at all. There's no such thing. Did Miss Gena Tew sell her soul for the price of AIDS? Think about it, guys. She have no clue where she has contracted the HIV nor the AIDS. She has been sick for a long time. Not knowing, and this is another thing that gets me. You out here and you dipping because the tweet says, oh, I'm chilling. I'm chilling. I'm hanging out. Chief Keef. Now I'm back over here. I'm finna go back over here and hang with Mr. Nick Cannon for the night. So you telling me, people saying that she's saying in the comments she didn't sleep with Nick Cannon. But who in their right mind who's suffering from a disease like this? He's not even acknowledging her as a friend. Nobody in the industry is helping her. Everybody's turning their cold shoulder. Everybody's not your friend, sweetheart. Everybody is not your friend. So you telling me you didn't hang with, you was hanging with Nick Cannon nights of your birthday. You spent the night at his crib or the hotel, wherever y'all reside at. You flew from hanging with Chief Keef in the same night, and then you go over and hang with Nick Cannon. in the same 24 hours. Tell wherever y'all reside at, you flew from hanging with Chief Keef in the same night, and then you go over and hang with Nick Cannon in the same 24 hours. So y'all tell me, how was she really living her life so carelessly out here that you don't check on yourself? Love yourself first, people. Live that life of a rally where they are having so much fun, they ain't even checking their HIV statuses. So back to Diplo, you know, Gena Tew, she came from, out of New York, and she signed a model career with Mayhem modeling, model Mayhem in Los Angeles, California. And this person, Mr. Diplo, is kind of sus. That have been all over the place. Well, let me tell you how Mr. Diplo works. Now, Gena Tew mentioned that she was raped. She's over here in Hollywood, Los Angeles, California, with her modeling career. And I believe it's, if I'm not mistaken, don't quote me on this, but I think she was about 18 or 19 years old when she said she had got raped. She did not drop any names. But let's get into Mr. Diplo. Now, I find some very disturbing tweets on him discussing and jokingly about HIV. He adds a Twitter account and says, cool thing about HIV is that you can't get it twice. Then he goes on to kind of subliminally talk about how his computer sounds like it has pneumonia or the AIDS right now. Disturbing. It's very disgusting. How can someone who does not have of this disease be jokingly about this disease? Can money cover up anything? Get into Mr. Diplo. Now, I find some very disturbing tweets on him. When she said she had got raped, she did not drop any names. But let's get into Mr. Diplo. Now, I find some very disturbing tweets on him discussing and jokingly about HIV. He adds a Twitter account and says, cool thing about HIV is that you can't get it twice. Then he goes on to kind of subliminally talk about how his computer sounds like it has pneumonia or the AIDS right now. And he's saying, how can someone who does not have of this disease be jokingly, lady who that was unnamed by the LAPD case, she want to stick anonymous? Do the woman of interest know something that Gena Tew know? Are these women experiencing the same thing by the same guy? Or is that Gena Tew that they're speaking of, that the woman of interest, was she really raped at 18 or 19? I don't know. We don't really know the life of Gena Tew. There's so many messages out here that's been erased. There's so many untraceable stories that leads to nowhere. So, you guys, did Gena Tew sell her soul for the price of AIDS? You let me know. Tap into What the Fuck News. Thanks for watching.